Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy J Lube, and you are just in time for something new. Alright, now I know it's been a minute since y'all done seen your boy. As y'all can see, I got a different hairstyle, right? I didn't really make a lot of videos in regards to me going on this lock journey, and I do appreciate most recently I made a poll in regards to should I keep my locks or should I cut my hair just to go back to getting waves. And it was an overwhelming response basically saying, man, we miss you, we want the wave videos back and everything of that nature. But there were a several amount of people that wanted me to keep locks and make videos. The good news about both groups is that what I will do is, along this journey, I've documented some things. I didn't really make videos or anything of that nature, but I will be able to make videos on locks. But as an aside, I wanted to let you all know, since it's been a minute, since the time that I stopped making videos, I have a new website to where I will be writing blogs, and I'll be able to link them down below of me going into greater detail about things such as locks or waves or whatever the case is. So I'll make sure I link my blog down below. Click on it, make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. It'll give you an email. If you have any questions or if you want me to make any kind of videos, send me an email, right? Or you can always DM me or whatever the case is. But moving forward, what I wanted to do was be a little bit more structured in regards to how people can ask certain things, you know. So the website is really going to be the main thing that I want to get going with this. And with that being said, I just wanted to say, man, I just, like, for real, I miss having waves. I did the poll knowing that I wanted to cut my hair. I know a lot of people know me for waves, so it was clear and obvious that if I'm asking my supporters, y'all gonna tell me that y'all want me to get waves and things of that nature. But one of the things about this journey that I wanted to go on is, really, a lot of people like to spiritualize their lock journey. I'm not of the group of people that believe that there's strength and power in my hair, because it's like the story of Samson. If you cut your hair, then he lost his strength and things of that nature. I don't believe that. I believe that God created us to where our spirit and our strength and everything is internal, and everything on the external is just personal preference, right? So if I cut my locks, if I don't, it's not affected by what I do with my hair. Now, there are people that believe the opposite, and you can believe whatever you want, but as for me, that's just what I believe, right? So the one thing I do want to say though is going on this journey definitely was a spiritual journey, because it humbled me. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I started my YouTube back in like 2015 in November, and I was grinding consistently, trying to build up my channel, build up my support and things of that nature. And along the way, you can go back to my early videos kind of towards the end before I started making videos, and you can kind of see that there definitely was a change. When I first started making videos, I was excited, I was happy and all that stuff like that. But then when you go through the wave game, at the time, there were just a lot of things that I didn't think affected me, but it was. And me going on this lock journey was for me just to simply take a step back and say,
hold up, man. Who am I becoming, and how am I allowing this stuff to affect me, right?
There's a lot of things that's changed. I got married, live in a different place. I've been just focusing on building better relationships with my friends and things of that nature, because whenever I was going through that whole grind of YouTube, I was just focused, man. I was just like, man, you know, I don't have time for all this other stuff, because YouTube definitely is a grind, right? Moving forward on these videos, I'm not gonna probably do as much edits, because I really want to try to keep things as minimal as possible. And like I said, in the future with the blog website, what I want to be able to do is eventually highlight people on the blog that are waivers, because I'm in a point in my life, and I'll get into the reason why I got my journey, but I'm in a point in my life where I just want to get back to the roots of why I started my channel, and that was to show love to everybody, right? So with that being said, when it comes to this lock journey, I did some research. I didn't do a whole bunch of research, because like the information I get at y'all is the same information I use in myself. The person that I chose to do my locks, his name is Damian Walter. He is an OG within the lock game and everything of that nature, right? I didn't know of Damian before I started my journey, but when I started thinking about,
okay, man, I really want to get locks,
I came across his channel and I saw that this dude is the OG of all OGs, right? Just like my channel is very informative, his channel is very informative as well. He doesn't make as many videos, but he is definitely in these streets when it comes to helping people get locked and stuff of that nature, right? So I went to Damien. Damien is hands down one of the best locticians that I know. His prices is very reasonable, and it's just the speed and the consistency that he has when it comes to locking my hair, right? But I want to get into that. The reason why I bring that up is with my journey, I started my lock journey a year after I grew my hair out, right? The main reason why was because I didn't want to have locks when my hair was shorter. Now, some people may say, ask the reason why. I was like,
oh man, you didn't want to go through the ugly phase of that.
Honestly, I don't believe in ugly phase. It's like the only time you have an ugly phase is if you are ugly, right? But the main reason why I kind of wanted to avoid getting locks when my hair is shorter was because I've been telling y'all on my channel for years I have curly hair, right? I don't believe in the 3A, 3B, 3C, all of that nonsense. I made a video, you can watch it right above here, that goes into the detail to keep things simple, to make people understand that like the numbers was based off of a biased system, right? But at the end of the day, my hair is curly. Now, when it comes to curly, of course, there's tighter curls and looser curls. With my hair around my crown and things of the nature, I have a little bit more curlier hair. But when it comes to my ends, the texture is a lot looser, right? So one thing that I'll show you guys right quick is that with my locks, a lot of times people think that, just like in the wave game, people be thinking that,
oh man, I want my waves to look like this person or that person.
and I always would tell people,
your waves gonna look like what your curl type is, what your hair texture is, as well as your density and things like that.
I'll make sure I link another video that goes into a lot of detail about that. But like I said, I have curly hair, so it makes sense in regards to the reason why I have curly ends on my locks, right? A lot of people love, like there's a lot of people on social media, they love the curly ends for their locks. But honestly, me, I don't, right? I don't care about it. I embrace it because I know that that is what my curl type is. I love my locks. I love how my hair looks. But it's just, that's not my, if I had a choice, I wouldn't choose to have curly ends, right? But one thing I want to show y'all is when it comes to my hair is very thick. It's very dense. I know people used to say things in the past like,
oh, it looks like you losing your hair, it looks like your hair is thinning.
But my hair is very thick and it's very dense, right? And at the same time with my ends, like I tell you, if I show you all just different parts of my ends, they're just curly all the way through. This lock in particular right here shows you, no matter, I know people would tell me,
oh man, your ends just have to seal.
One of the things about myself that I learned in this journey is everything is not for everybody, right? Some people will tell you stuff and they don't even have your hair texture. They don't even know what you deal with. And one of the things that I always would see within my locks was that some parts look like they're sealed, but then I would get like these little, let me show y'all. Let me try to see if I can find one of them. Actually, I know I got one on this side, so let me see if I can find it. All right, so this is actually one of the locks that I wanted to show y'all. Is when I get to the end of my hair, it's kind of interesting because what will happen is like my ends will start curling up and then I'll get like these little ball things that'll come out like this, right? And what I noticed was it's two different ways to be able to get your hair locked, right? There's the two-strand twist and there's the comb coil. I chose to go with the comb coil process because of the simple fact that it's the best way for your hair to lock as fast as possible. One of the things I learned about the comb coil process is that your hair will lock into the coil itself. So I would notice that I would always have these little fuzzy balls or like things that would like just come off my hair. It's like, this is me thinking that my ends are sealing, and then all of a sudden I had this little ball of hair that'll come out. And things like that, it's just like, you can't talk to people too much because they'll try to tell you,
oh, this is what this is and this is what this is.
If I don't even touch this part of my hair, but if I go 1 or 2 weeks, I guarantee you this thing will fall off on its own, right? And I say all of that to say, when it comes to like my ends will just stay curly, right? That's one of the things I was just like, you know what, like if my ends gonna be curly like this, I don't really care about the process because moving forward, I wanted my locks to look a certain way. They're not. And I learned everything I needed to learn from a hair perspective. And from a spiritual perspective, it definitely humbled me, right? Because you can want to go into a certain journey with a certain expectation, but at the end of the day, the journey is going to be the journey, right? Whenever I wanted, like, I really wanted locks to be like the final destination for my hair. But when it comes to my life, there's a lot of things that I work out a lot. I sweat a lot. And when I first got into this journey, the first thing that so many people, my loctician and everybody else would always say is,
man, you can't wash your hair for 3 to 4 weeks.
Right? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. That is just not me. Going 3 to 4 weeks not washing my hair, not only does it feel nasty, I know a lot of dudes some dudes go 2 months without washing their hair. But for me, I'm like
I sweat. I'm not trying to like do any of that kind of stuff.
It just wasn't for me. And with the fact that my texture is a lot looser and things of that nature, if I wash my hair, especially within the first 4 months before my hair started buttoning up, if I would have washed my hair, I would have reset my hair every single time, right? So within that first 4 months, it was just a struggle, just submitting myself to the process. And then around month 6, that's when some of the buds started turning. They started actually locking up, right? So got to a point, not all of my locks are fully locked because, like I said, closer to the ends, my hair is a lot looser. So there's some locks, like I have a lock. Let me see if I can show y'all one right quick. So this one right here, this just goes to show you how at my temples, my hair is a lot looser than the rest of my hair. I've been getting my hair twisted from the very beginning. If I wanted to, I could simply unravel this one, right? So that's just one of the things. I could definitely shave my sides if I wanted to get rid of it and only have locks at the top. But the main reason why I wanted to get rid of them is just the 3 or 4 weeks is just not for me. Now, some people may say,
bro, you just gotta go through the process.
And that's one reason why I really didn't want to make videos about it, because people try to tell you things and I'm just like,
all right, I hear you. Your hair has to be locked before you can wash it more consistently and things of that nature.
But even when my hair got locked, it's like when I started washing my hair, when I tried to get down to my scalp, it just started like the roots started unraveling a lot more. And what I learned through this process is when you go get a retwist really is just a style on your hair. Locks is not a natural phase that your hair grows in, like the way that we want them. I know they got freeform locks and things of that nature, but when you want locks to look a certain way, you have to do a lot of manipulation on your hair, right? And people love to tell me,
oh yeah, man, it's less maintenance.
Man, bro, I would rather brush my hair for at least 15 minutes a day just to get waves than having to worry about not touching my hair and things of that nature and having to go get retwist and having to schedule it. It just, in regards to time and scheduling and things of that nature, it just took a lot from the things that I was so used to in my routine, right? I know how to cut my own hair. Whenever I want to look fresh, I can simply cut my hair, right? When it comes to locks, I have to book a session and all that kind of stuff like that. And that's one of the things that I just was like, man, you know what? I really don't want to keep going through this process, because there's things that I'm doing in my life that will require me to be at different places. And it's like, if I got to book a loctician and stuff like that, thinking about that, that's just adding more to my plate that I really don't need, right? So with that being said, because I know how to cut my hair, going back to waves would definitely be good. But the main reason, when it comes to, like I said, the spiritual journey, or the reason of me getting locks, was locks to me signify the process of kind of like letting go. Stop, and instead of trying to be in control, you let go, right? And when I went through the process, what I realized was that in my years of being on YouTube, I kind of got into this mindset to where, especially being on the wave pages and stuff like that, to where I was not who I wanted to be, right? So I don't plan on ever joining a wave page again. Most likely in the future, I'm gonna just build community around me, or just be my own self, and the people who gravitate towards me gravitate towards me, you know. But at the end of the day, like, I allowed that whole culture to kind of affect me in a way that at first I didn't admit it, but it created like an ego. And getting locks allowed me to recognize that I had this ego and really just kill it. that was the main reason why I wanted to go on a lock journey. Is I just wanted to kill my ego. I wanted to kill the appearance that I had built up within myself and just really start fresh. So me cutting my hair will allow me just to start this journey and start my channel back the way that I want. One of the things that I realized about what most people love about my channel is the fact that it's informative. And moving forward, I really just want to focus on those things, whether if it's making shorter form videos or making blogs that people can refer to. That because one of the things that I didn't always think about was that some people are deaf, right? And when it comes to my videos, if I don't have clear captions, then it makes it hard for them to kind of follow the process. So that made me think, you know what, I need to consider people who probably don't want to watch a video. They just probably want to read something, or they probably can't, when it comes to, they probably can't hear it. I want to be able to provide better service to people like that, you know? So I have so many different supporters all across the world, and getting Locs allowed me just to humble myself, take a step back. But moving forward, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. 360 waves is just, it's like, when it comes to me getting dressed up and things of that nature, y'all already know I created the Don as like this character that is like well groomed and things of that nature, and it just fits. Like having 360 waves fits that persona, right? So just wanted to make this video to say I'm back. If y'all got any questions, make sure y'all hit me on my Instagram, or you can always check out my website. You can subscribe. There's a newsletter and things of that nature. I haven't sent out any newsletters yet, but y'all can always find me on Instagram. And moving forward, man, I'm gonna definitely be more focused on just what I have going on and building the things that people like about the value that I offer, you know. So it's your boy J Lou. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the next video, because in the next video I'm gonna be cutting my hair. But with that being said, salute.